OK, I've got my school run fun tune coming up today, unless, of course, you want to change it in the next, 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to be playing Silk City, Dua Lipa and Electricity, featuring Diplo and Mark Ronson. Blimey. It's quite a compilation. I've got a guest in. Hello.
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 How are you?
Fine.
Good.
Very,
Great.
very bright, to be honest with you. Very bright. Bit bright for this time of the morning, in fairness. You're wearing pink. We're going to find out a little bit why you're wearing pink in a moment. But Kev, hello, mate.
Hello.
We go back many, many years.
Long time, yes.
Too long, basically.
Yeah.
Did you know it's been 7 years since we departed that station?
You just
We
can't
don't
believe
talk
it.
about that
No,
station anymore.
No, not anymore.
No. We call it
Other
Lord
station.
Voldemort
Yeah.
station. And you was there for, you was coming in to see Adam Dowling for about 6-7 years,
Oh
weren't you?
yes. Me and Adam. I used to make the trip up from Folkestone to Ashford, and I was the sports ferret on the breakfast show.
Sports ferret.
And we had some great fun because everyone was together, wasn't there? There was
Yeah.
like 3 radio stations in one almost.
It would absolutely.
Going out to all places over Kent, so it was really good fun. At 10 o'clock, when we all finished, it was good to get out of the studio and have a chat and swap stories.
You are still at Sports Ferret. You're still doing all the bits and pieces, aren't you?
Not as much as I used to, but I am involved heavily most weekends at a running race or recently, leading up to the London Marathon, I've done several quiz nights so people can raise funds for their charity.
Brilliant.
So I'm out and about. I don't do so much on the radio now, but we are on a mission to get round to as many local community radio stations as we can to spread the word about Race for Life, which is what we're going to have a chat for.
Brilliant. And you say we, because you have brought
course.
someone with you, so we should do some introductions. Over to you, please.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm not going to do introductions. You already know her.
What was your name again? No, I've brought Sarah Jane Winding. Sarah's the Cancer Events Race for Life event manager, and she has the tough task of putting on these races throughout the county and further afield. In fact, we were just talking about lovely places such as Jersey and Guernsey, but today we're spreading the word about Kent. So Sarah's the boss. So really,
Hello,
she's brought
Sarah.
me- she's
Officially,
brought me in.
Tough gig. I imagine this is an ongoing thing. It doesn't stop. As soon as you've done one, I imagine then you're doing the next one.
Yeah, so our summer's quite busy. May, June, July is pretty constant, and it does make me laugh. People say, well, what do you do the rest of the year? Like the events just pop up on the
That's
day.
it. Yeah. Just,
on their
you just stop it just a
own.
week before you start organising it. Oh, yeah,
that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, there's a lot to organise, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the build-up, especially this bit now. And we're out promoting the events, encouraging sign-ups, encouraging sponsorship, and getting as many people as we can to the events. And then the day themselves is absolutely brilliant. The summer flies by, actually, which is the best bit. I love it. I've been doing it for 6 years now.
Brilliant, fair play to you. So they're coming. Is it literally on our doorstep, Ashford-wise?
We've the closest one to Ashford is Folkestone, which is in June, June the 9th. So
that's close enough.
Not too far away. Yeah.
We do get a big catchment area from Ashford.
Yes.
I imagine.
You can tell by the postcodes, where people come from that sign up. And
we've always considered Folkestone to be ours anyway, Kev. No disrespect. We feel like it's our coastal area.
Yeah.
So no, that's brilliant. No, you will have a load of people. So how far is the run? These particular runs?
So in Folkestone we offer a 5k and a 10k.
Okay.
Both beautiful courses, aren't they, Kev? We actually only added the 10k into Folkestone last year. We've only had a 5k for, we think, it's been running for 19 years. The Folkestone Race for Life in particular. Race for Life has been running for 25 years, but we think the Folkestone one has been going for 19, of which we think Kev's been there for every single one.
Oh wow.
So we've got a 5k and a 10k. The 5k is lovely and flat. The 10k is a little bit more challenging because they drop down from the Lees to the seawall, which eventually they then obviously have to come
back up again. Wow.
So it's a little bit more challenging, but it is not a competitive event. I know it's called Race for Life, but it's not about being the fastest. It's what we're calling the world's most important race, not the world's fastest race. So it's non-competitive. It's not a challenge. It's about finishing the race in any way that they can, rather than in the fastest way that they can. So
and it's not unlike, for instance, the London Marathon, where people are raising money for their own separate charities, etc. This is all for one Brilliant charity.
Yeah, this is all for Cancer Research UK, and the money that the participants spend on signing up goes towards the cost of putting on the event. Then it's the sponsorship money that the participants raise that then goes straight to the research. And I can tell you, I've got written down here actually, last year we had 1,400 participants take part in the Folkestone Race for Life, and they raised £86,000 for Cancer Research UK, which is absolutely amazing, and we're hoping to do the same, if not more, this year.
Brilliant. It's a great start. Okay, now listen, this is when I always say the grab a pen and paper time. We're going to put a song on and we're going to come back and we'll tell you exactly how you can get involved and where you need to go to find out a little bit more about the occasion. Right, we are talking about Race for Life. Race for Life.
Race for Life it is.
The Race for Life. And now, Kevin, you were mentioning, so I'm going to swing it around midway. There you go. You were just saying something off air, which I think is very, very, very important. Now, I didn't realise that Race for Life was just for women, and has been for a long time.
25 years now.
And that's just changed.
It has. I'll hand over to Sarah on that one, really.
Yes, we're really excited about this. For the first time in 25 years, Race for Life has decided to open its doors to everyone. So it's not women's only. People can come with their husbands, their sons, their brothers, their granddads. We really want it to be a family event. And the reason for this is we've done extensive research over the last couple of years. We've spoken to our supporters, we've spoken to our participants. And actually what came back was that they would be just as motivated, if not more motivated, to do the event with their whole family, rather than just their ladies at work or their colleagues or their friends. They wanted to do it with their whole family. They wanted to support their dad, or they wanted their granddad there supporting them around the course. So that's what we've decided to do. We're really excited. I think the message has gone down really well, and we're looking forward to having men, women and all families at the event for the first time in 25 years. It's going to be good, isn't it?
Groundbreaking. And of course you don't actually have to run the race, so that it's sort of walk. You know, you can walk it if you want to.
You can walk the course if you fancy.
Yeah, so
and by the way, what a beautiful course to walk.
Yeah.
Especially the particular Folkestone one. I mean, my goodness me, what a lovely little thing to do.
Yeah, and the good thing about the Folkestone one is that it's almost like a mini London Marathon. You can get people right along the lees on either side cheering you on. Whereas in some events we do, they kind of disappear into the distance and then they come back.
Yeah.
You see them there. But you can walk along the course with them, or, meet them at a couple of points along the way. So, yeah, the Folkestone course is very spectator friendly as well.
Love it. That's brilliant. So I was thinking, when you were talking about this, I'm thinking... You've obviously done some research in it, because I was thinking women are going, hang on a minute, this is ours. This is our time to get away and do our own thing for a while. But no, it's great that the families are coming together. But that's going to be a lot more people involved now then. I mean, have you got to draw the line at some stage?
We hope there's going to be more people involved. No, we've got quite a high capacity. Some of our courses vary. I won't go into all of it because it'll be very boring for all you all. But it's to do with the width of the courses and two-way points and pinch points.
Right.
But because Folkestone's quite nice and wide and the course is quite flat, we can take quite a high capacity. So, like I said, we had 1,400 participants last year, but we could take up to sort of 3,000-4,000.
Oh, wow.
So we want as many people to sign up as possible, because we can have you all.
Well, I was thinking, with the 1,400 people, and then they're all saying bring in on the kids or their husbands as well, then you are going to grow to that sort of size.
Yeah, I mean...
But you're prepared for that.
We are, yeah, and because people sign up prior to the event, we know our numbers.
Yeah.
We'll actually know this year how many women are taking part, how many men are taking part, how many children. We actually get a breakdown this year. Not that that matters, because everyone's welcome, but yeah, we do know how many participants we're expecting, and we have a rough idea of how much they're looking to fundraise as well, which is brilliant. And on the day, it's actually Kevin that does the stage content. It'll be Kevin that's doing all the stage content this year, actually, because normally we share the stage, but we've decided that the event manager needs to be focused more on the logistics of the event and is it running well, and I'll leave the audience to Kevin. But we do tell the participants on the day how much they are looking to raise, and what a difference it makes, and how important it is what they're doing and how powerful the day is. So Kevin gets to deliver that message to everyone, don't you?
That's right, that's my job. While Sarah's out there looking for marshals and registration people and lost children, and putting the first aiders in the right place, making sure everything's all right along the course. As the ladies are coming in, I'll be on stage just chatting the same sort of thing if you've done, down the shopping centre down there.
Yeah.
Just having a chat with them, find out where they've come from, if they've got any stories to tell us, if they want any shout-outs. And to be fair, Tesco's are a great supporter, and you normally get loads of people, big gangs of people from shops from Tesco's joining in, so they're always a good target to go and have a little chat with and see if they've got any stories to tell.
I imagine it's a very emotive day, because I imagine a lot of people are running for people that probably have lost in the course of time, or that are perhaps suffering at this particular moment in time. So I imagine it can get very emotional.
Oh yeah, in the past and from experience, we sometimes have what we call survivors, people that have been through cancer and come out the other side, and they want to share their story.
Yeah.
And they've been up on stage with me, and we've had a little chat around the back how we're going to do it, and perhaps they've got their own little script. And whilst they are really, really, absolutely nervous, they're terrified, they feel that they want to go through it and share their story. And when they come up on stage with me, you can hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
Webbo, you really can. Everyone's paying attention, everyone's focused, and it's a magical few minutes.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
At Margate, one year we had a series of the nurses from the QEQM hospital over there. They got up on stage, and there must have been 5 or 6 of them, and they were all very nervous, but they all had something prepared, and so they moved along the line. And when they started mentioning what wards they worked in, who knows this ward, that ward, the amount of hands that went up, the people out there in pink could relate to these nurses that were actually working on the cancer wards at QEQM. It was really, really powerful stuff.
It is a powerful day, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I think having someone on stage discussing what treatment they've been through, or maybe one of their loved ones, again just reiterates the importance of why all of those participants are there and what their money is doing and the difference that it is making to people undergoing treatment and the discoveries that are happening all the time. 1 in 2 people will get cancer in our lifetime. That sadly is the stat. And that's why it's so important that events like this continue to happen and the fundraising continues to happen, because the money goes towards such a great cause. And we are seeing breakthroughs. Cancer Research UK have been responsible or a part of 8 of the 10 world leading cancer treatment drugs now. So we're seeing things happen, but we need to keep going, because that stat is still too high.
Absolutely, I echo that. Right, and by the way, everyone that signs up for this, are they all in pink? Are they all in pink? Is it just optional?
Is it just no? It's I think that when I think to myself, I look out on stage, it's just a mass of pink.
That's what I mean. That must be a spectacle.
Pink tutus, pink tops, pink bottoms,
Brilliant.
Pink people running in pink suits, and
and that's not changing now that we're opening it up to men and women. We're keeping the pink.
I personally, in the last, I suppose, 10 years, have been dressed on stage. It's very embarrassing, but from head to toe in pink, from a pink bandana to pink trainers that I sprayed pink on purpose because I couldn't find a pair of pink trainers to fit me in the shop.
Kevin, you carry it very well.
Thank you, dear.
It's an absolute no problem at all. Now, listen, the thing is, we're talking about Folkestone a lot, but of course there may be that date that people are listening to now say, I'd love to do this, but they can't do the Folkestone one. So we're going to go through a few of the other events that are happening. We'll do some dates, and we'll then mention a few of the websites that people can go to work out exactly which one they want to do. I'm already tempted. I'd love to have a go at it. I've never done one.
I can just see you and Charlie in pink down there.
Do you know, I would absolutely do. I'd love to do it with the whole family. I'd like to get them all down and get them involved, and I think that would be a good thing to do, and it's probably something to build to. You're talking about June is the Folkestone one, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Listen, more of that. If you want to find out a little bit more, this is the pen and paper time. Absolutely now 100%. I'm very, very happy with my choice of record. The last record we put on is Running in the Family by Level 42.
Very good, yeah.
Thank you.
Good
I'm very pleased with that. Because you've now opened it up to families running. I'm thinking, there you go.
Perfect.
I bet someone else has already done that, haven't they? I bet all the other community shows you've been on, they've done that. They're
you're
not.
ahead of your time, Webbo.
Thank you, Kev. Am I the best interviewer so far?
Well, we've
no.
got some more to go yet. So.
We'll let you know.
It was so slow in answering that. You're just straight away. You're going, yeah, of course you are. Yeah. That would have done. I would have gone with that. Right. Okay. So we need to mention. We've mentioned folks, and that's the nearest to us.
Yes.
About that and the date. We should mention that date again.
9th of June. Sunday the 9th of June.
Sunday the 9th of June. Do they all fall on Sundays? Is it a Sunday thing?
No, we do have some Saturdays.
Okay. I'm just thinking, because if some people are listening to us now thinking, actually, I would love to do this for whatever reason, but I can't make that one, I think we should kind of go through all these are all Kent-based.
Yes,
right.
correct.
The nearest we've got is Folkestone, so where else can we find?
Okay, so we have a 5k in Tunbridge Wells, which is at Dunallen Park. It's a beautiful venue, that one, isn't it, Kev? That's on the 2nd of June.
Very historic place, Tunbridge Wells as well. They're a nice place to run around.
What I found at Dunallen Park, I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have.
It's like a custard bowl, you know. You've got the lake and you've got the surroundings are like shaped around
Beautiful.
you, and the acoustics are just fantastic, you know. Whereas we get a bit lost on the Lees because it's just like between us and France.
Yeah.
But Dunallen Park is just so...
It's like a theatre.
Lovely type. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like a theatre, yeah. And there's so much feedback, so to speak, and it's a great venue, yeah.
That is a nice one. And then we have another coastal, which is Herne Bay. That's on Sunday the 23rd of June.
Sunday
that
the 23rd.
Is a 5k and a 10k. That's at Hampton Green, so just round the corner from the pier. That's a lovely flat
that's a
route
nice
as well.
type venue, yeah.
That's really nice, yeah. Nice breeze. Sunny often, isn't it? But a nice breeze along the seafront.
That's when you need to get Bob Mower, don't you? You need that Bob Mower for that radio interview for that one, don't you?
Well, we've got some more coming up actually at Margate, so it's good.
Good.
For him, yeah.
And then we have Maidstone, which is at Moat Park.
Oh, lovely.
That's on the 6th and 7th of July. So that's both days, and that is because on the Saturday we have the 5k and the 10k. Then on the Sunday we have a Pretty Muddy event, which we haven't mentioned so far, which is a 5k muddy obstacle course. So that event's fun, isn't it, Kev?
I know quite a few people have done that in the past, actually. They absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Kev's always absolutely covered from head to toe in mud from all the hugs he gets on the finish line.
I was going to say, you don't do the run, you just get in cuddles.
I stand up on stage in a beautiful pink outfit, and I say, please ladies, when you finish, do not come near me, do not get me dirty.
Well, you're just asking for it.
Then I go backstage and change into this really scruffy old pink outfit, but by the end of quite a few hours at the finishing line, I am absolutely caked in mud. But all these ladies, for some reason, have to hug me and squeeze me.
And loving every minute of it.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't see him.
He's got a little twinkle in his eye, yeah.
The job.
Yeah.
And then lastly we have Margate, which is at Palm Bay, which is also lovely, another coastal, and that is on the 20th and 21st of July, again because we have the Pretty Muddy on the Saturday, so another 5k muddy obstacle course, and then we have the normal 5k and 10k on the Sunday, so a whole weekend of it is Maidstone and Margate.
Do you get a lot of people doing all of them as a challenge?
Yeah.
Yes, we do actually. I won't say all of them, but we have had ladies come up and say, I saw you at Margate, I saw you at Herne Bay, and they've done perhaps 3 or 4 because it's their personal challenge to get round them all. But yes, it's...
Or they might take part in the one that's closest to them, but actually do the one with their friends that live in Maidstone, So,
absolutely.
And we do, if you like, we get a lot of... I can only call them Race for Life tourists that might have family down this way.
Yeah.
They might come down from London or from Norfolk, especially that weekend to be with their family and then take part in the Race for Life. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, as you said, it's literally open to everyone now.
Yeah.
Is there from a kid's point of view, is there an age limit?
You're testing me now.
Oh.
For the 5k, 10k, it is anyone, so children can take part, but at a certain age, I believe it's under 13, they have to be with, no, it might be under 16 actually, they have to take part with their parent.
Okay.
For Pretty Muddy, we also have Pretty Muddy Kids, which we actually haven't mentioned, as well as normal Pretty Muddy. That's a height restriction rather than an age restriction, so 1.2 metres. But all of the rules and regs are on our website, which is raceforlife.org, which I know we're going to put on your Facebook page.
No,
as well,
100%.
Yeah.
Well, just for those of you once again that are listening, raceforlife.org.
Yes.
There's the place to go to. If you're driving along now and you can't write that down, don't worry. We will stick everything up onto the Wake Up with Webbo Facebook page and the Radio Ashford page as well. Phil Thorne sends his best, by the way.
Oh, morning, Phil.
Listen, this sounds absolutely brilliant. What I like about this is when you say it's for everyone, it doesn't even have to be standards of athleticism, okay? I like the fact that you're not expecting people to necessarily run it. you can have a gentle jog or a fast walk around the place as well. So in just taking the sights, but doing something for a brilliant charity.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
get a lot
It's
of
all
people-
inclusive. I love it.
Yeah, we got a lot of the ladies at the back end of the race walking their dogs and pushing their buggies.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's at the end, the back end of the race is a bit like Brands Hatch when they come through. They're all charging with buggies and
I love
flags
that.
on, and of course we're hoping, I assume, that everybody will be in pink, aren't we?
Yes. Well, it's very rare to see someone that's not, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I'm not in pink, but that's because I often don't
You're
want
the
to be
boss, though.
mistaken
You
for a
need to stand out,
participant.
yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
you've got to stick,
No, I need
you've
to
got to
blend.
stick out, haven't you? You've got to stick out because some people can come up to you and say, right, okay, we need this, this, and this now. Is that okay? Right, listen, we're at the end. Is there anything else we need to add? Because I'm just coming up to the news headlines. So, I think we've covered everything. But is there anything you need to add to it?
I would just like to see everybody, in go with the flow, bring your families along, and if you've got a special story, if you want to come and see me up on stage, or if you've got any problems, go and see Sarah.
There you go. Oh, brilliant.
Thanks for that. I guess the only thing we haven't mentioned actually is if you don't want to participate or for whatever reason you can't, but you still want to come along and help in some way, volunteers. We could not run our events without our volunteers for marshalling, to hand out the water and medals at the end. Really, really important part of the day because it's only myself and a couple of team members from Cancer Research UK, from the events team, and the rest we rely on our amazing volunteers. So to sign up to be a volunteer, it's the same website, raceforlife.org. So if you can't participate or you don't want to participate for whatever reason, you can still get involved by volunteering, or you can sign up to volunteer on the day. Just come down, come and find one of us members of staff.
I imagine that's just as rewarding because you're feeling part of the day then, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, thank you so much for coming in. That's flown by. We've just done 40 minutes there, almost non-stop. Kev, you don't shut up, do you? Hey, you're good for the radio. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
in.
you.
We wish you all
Thank
the
you,
best.
Webbo.
We're going to post that up on our Facebook page. We've just done a nice little selfie, but all the information will be there, or how you can find out more about the Race for Life.
And I'd just like to say, well done to Ashford last night.
Oh no, absolutely.
I was following them on my little phone.
Bless you.
2-2. I thought, what's this gone into extra time?
It was the last minute,
Yeah,
and a
I know.
penalty in extra
It'd
time.
be nice to see a Folkestone Ashford derby next year.
Do you know that?
In the-
Absolutely, yeah.
In the Premier League, yeah.
Thank you very much, Kev. Right, okay. This is Level 42, Running the Family.